you just gotta believe in yourself and think this isn't anything that I can't do. You know, it's so many people have done it already. So why not me? You know, and that's kind of how you have to attack life. Is just so many people have done this already. Why not me? Because if you think you can't do something, you'll never do it.
Got your bitch on the ropes, what you know about it?
Do say drive the boat, what you know about it?
Flew me out to the coast, what you know about it?
Broken heart, face tap, what you know about it? 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 What you know about it?
Yes, sir. What is up, everybody? It is your boy Malik, aka Leak, aka Leak Deuce, logo Leak. One ain't come off the dome, so but you already know what it is. Welcome back to another episode of Life of Leak. This is episode 6, and if you can't tell already, look to my right, look to my left. I am alone. It's just me today, so it is truly the life of Leak. Not like it wasn't my life before. It was a lot of my friends, the homeboys, homegirls, all that. But today, I'm really gonna be talking about my life and where I was at. When I said, if you guys follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, I said that I wanted to just talk about my life because it's not that I was in a bad spot, but I wasn't feeling myself for real. You know, you ever have those times where you're just not really feeling yourself. You know, you don't really know why. You might have a clue as to what, like something might have happened, but you just weren't feeling yourself. Maybe something happened, a big thing happened, and then it's just like a slippery slope, or it's like a snowball effect, where even if it's something small, it gets a small bit of snow gets under that snowball, and it just gets bigger. So that's kind of what kind of happened to me. I can't pinpoint exactly what happened that triggered it, or the while I started kind of feeling bad, or just wasn't really feeling myself. But I will say that I think a big factor in it was just. It was just I hadn't been getting enough sleep or the right sleep, you know, because I feel like we all get enough sleep sometimes. Not everybody, but I know me. I get enough sleep, but it's never at the right time. Like I can never go to bed at 11 o'clock p.m. till 1 o'clock p.m. Like lately, I've been going. It's been for the past couple weeks now, 2 to 3, honestly. But I've been going to bed at like 3, 4 a.m. and that's not good. So. And I'll sleep in until like 11:30 noon. So it's not that I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm getting plenty of sleep, but it's just not the right time. So that's something I need to work on. But I think that kind of forced me into this hole of just mental exhaustion. And I wasn't really doing a lot like throughout my day to where it would be like, okay, I'm just tired. I've just been doing too much. But I think it truly was just my sleep. So that's one thing. That's kind of where I've been when I said I wanted to do this episode by myself. But since then, I've been feeling fine. Like, my energy levels are up. I'm not feeling down or anything. Today was a pretty good day. I didn't do anything super interesting, but it's just been a good day. But I will say the other night, Sunday, when I noticed I needed to take a break, I was sitting here. I was on my phone, on my computer. I drove down to Delaware to vote. If you haven't voted, go out and vote. Try to get it done. I think November 2nd is the last day that you can vote in person. I'm not sure about the absentee ballots, the mail-in ballots. But yeah, go vote if you can. But yeah, I drove down to Delaware. That's about an hour and a half drive. Drove down, came straight back. And I had some homework assignments I had to do, so. And I was watching football. I was on my phone, keeping up with my fantasy team. We're not going to talk about that because it wasn't that. It hasn't been a good year. I'm 3-4, but like I said, we're not going into that. But yeah, I was sitting here at the table on my phone, on my computer, and I just felt like my brain was just heavy. You know, you ever feel like your mind is just feel like there's something weighing it down, but I couldn't really tell what it was. But it just felt like it was heavy. So I put my phone down. I left it out here. I went into my room. I put my watch on and set a 10-minute timer. And I just sat there and I guess you'd call it meditating, but it's not the ideal meditating. I wasn't sitting there like in a yoga pose or anything like that. I was just sitting on my bed. I did have my legs crossed as much as I could cross them. I'm not that flexible. I can't sit on my feet. But yeah, I just sat there and I just had the lights off. I closed my eyes, and whatever thoughts ran through my head, I thought about it. I talked to myself in my mind. I didn't talk out loud, which I do that often. If you hang out with me, if I get comfortable around you, I will start talking to myself. It's weird, but it's part of me. So yeah, I just sat there, lights off, eyes closed, just thinking. And 10 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but when I would do this in the past, I could get to like 7 minutes, and I'll check to see how much time I have left. But this time I got to 3 minutes before I actually the time 3 minutes left. So I got 7 minutes in before I actually checked my watch. It's like, how much time is left on this thing? But yeah, so I got to 3 minutes left, finished the rest of it, and I felt just 10 times better. Like, my head wasn't heavy anymore. It was just an overload of information just throughout the day, throughout the week. Not enough sleep. I just needed a break. I just needed a break from just from life, just from what's been going on. Not what's been going on, because not a lot has been going on, but just a break, honestly. So if you ever have some time where you're feeling like you're just not feeling yourself, feeling down, by all means, take 5 minutes of the night. Take 5 minutes of time and just think. Just think to yourself. Think about what's going on. Another thing that I did recently was, my bad, I'm making some tea. Well, I made tea. I'm about to start drinking it now. Another thing is journaling. I journaled for the first time. I know I said it in a couple episodes ago that I was going to start journaling, but this was the first time I actually did it, and it felt really good. Of course, if this is your first time watching, I'm 21 years old. I just turned 21 13 days ago, so tomorrow it'll be 2 weeks ago. So girls and relationships are a part of my life. I feel like at a certain age, the age group where it's a big part of your life. So if you haven't listened before, I talk about girls a lot with who I have on. But yeah, so that was kind of something that was kind of on my mind. So I kind of journaled about that. There was about a page worth of that. And then I just got into just the rest of my life, because I'm a senior. This is my last semester actually on campus, unless I get an internship on campus. But so my next semester, I don't take any classes. It's literally only an internship where I have to do 40 hours a week. So I kind of started feeling a little bit of the pressure of, okay, it's starting to get real, that the future is coming, you know? So that was a little bit of pressure on me. I think that kind of contributed to how I was feeling. It was just a lot to take on at one time, because I do want to go to law school, or at least that's the plan. I've been having second thoughts about it, but I've already started the application process. I've taken the test, the LSAT. I've made my list of schools that I want to go to. I haven't visited any. Maybe one day I'll just drive out to one of the campuses and just walk around and just see it. But I've been getting into that process of really applying, like really starting to go through writing my letters. So I have to fill out a couple more of those. And the real thing was, I finally got my last letter of recommendation that I needed. So that's when it really set in, like, okay, it's happening now, you know, like it's real now. So, and I'm excited for it. You know, when I really think about it, it's going to be a really big time in my life to see, like, okay, you're jumping in the water, are you going to sink or swim? Because undergrad, while some people, it can be hard to some people can get caught up in it, but undergrad is undergrad, you know, especially freshman, sophomore year. People get caught up in the life of college and the freedom of it, whether it's going out to parties or no one telling you to do your homework when you have to do your homework, eating what you want to eat, what you can eat, maybe going nights without eating. Oh, that was hot. I don't think it tastes how I want it to taste yet, so we're gonna add some more honey in there. Excuse me. What was I talking about? Oh, undergrad. Yeah. So I don't have the most stressful major, sport management. So the classes, I think the hardest class that I took in sport management was a research class, just because it wasn't hard, just time consuming. And that's a big part of college is just managing your time and setting priorities of what you really want to do. So don't come to college and just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to college. This is my break time. Like, no, you have time where you can have fun, but you gotta remember why you're there, and you're there to get a degree. So, all right, that's good. That's cool. We're gonna leave it there. Where the hell did that spoon go? Oh, the spoon's in the cup. Okay. So yeah, law school. So I don't really know what to expect from it, because when I think about the idea of law school and what people make it to be, it's a little nerve-wracking, just because it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of time, but you just got to believe in yourself and think this isn't anything that I can't do, It's so many people have done it already. So why not me? And that's kind of how you have to attack life. Is just so many people have done this already. Why not me? Because if you think you can't do something, you'll never do it. And so whatever you go through in life, just so many people have gotten through what you're going through. Why not me? There's no reason to give up or think that you can't do something. Yeah, so that's pretty much the low side of my life, And it's not even that low. Like, pressures about the future, like, my life could be a lot worse. And there's a lot of people who are going through a lot more struggles, a lot worse struggles than thinking about going to law school or what job are they going to have after they get out of college, Like, but that isn't, just because your struggles may not be as worse, as bad as the next person, does not mean your struggles are not valid, because that's something that can get you caught up, But another thing that was a struggle at first that has become like a big bright point in my life, and I've kind of mentioned it a few times in previous episodes, was been eliminating porn out of my life. Like, it's something that's kind of funny. Like, porn is a funny thing. Like, I can make jokes about porn, Anyone can, really. Like, it's a funny thing. It's kind of like a taboo topic sometimes, though, which it shouldn't be, because the world is so sexualized. I feel like especially our world in America is so sexualized, and our culture is so sexualized. But it's a taboo topic. Sex is a taboo topic. Like, everyone's thinking about it, but no one really wants to talk about it. But cutting porn out of your life is something that I think everyone should at least try to do. Like, at least try to make it a month without porn or masturbation, because literally you'll see a lot of progress in your life if you're doing it for the right reasons. Like, don't do it just because I said you should do it, or just because you think, okay, let me see if I can go without busting a nut. It's channeling that energy that you have built up in you, and channel it into something greater than sex, in your mind. Because I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was super surprised that I haven't watched porn in 2 months. It's been 69 days exactly. Tomorrow it'll be 70, but 69. I'm happy I'm doing this podcast on day 69, because, no porn, 69 days. That's like a story. It doesn't write itself. But a lot of guys associate nuts and busting nuts with bad energy. They say that they get angry if they haven't busted a nut in a while. And that's not how you should feel. I think that's just them seeing just a path that they've walked down that told them that you need to be having sex. Something involved with sex has to be happening in your life at all times, when that's not true. It's really just a release of energy, when you can build that energy up in your body and your soul and your mind and put it towards something greater. Like, say it's 2 a.m. because no one plans to watch porn. If you do, I'm not judging you, but you might need a little bit of help. But 2 a.m. you're just laying in bed, and you get a little horny. You get a little the woodpecker pops up a little bit. And you go to the bathroom. Or you do it in your bed. When I watched porn, I would go to the bathroom. I'm not busting in my bed. That's a little weird. But yeah, you go to the bathroom, you do your thing, and then you go back, and you're kind of just like, oh, okay, I'm here now, But when you could put that energy into just going to sleep, because now for me, after a certain amount of time, masturbation didn't make me tired anymore. Like, yeah, you start doing it, you're like, okay, I do it, I go to bed. But after a while, it's just like, I do it, I'm still up. So, go to bed at 2 and wake up at 8 and start and get your work done. Make breakfast, just start channeling that energy into something positive in your life instead of thinking, okay, it's built up, I gotta let it go. You don't have to let it go. Keep it in and use it for something great. Like, I know you're behind on your homework, or you get ahead on your homework. Like, something like that. I don't know. It's an interesting topic. Why men in the world? And it's not just men. Like, women are hypersexualized as well, but they're shunned for it when they shouldn't be. Honestly, the people who are calling girls sluts and stuff like that probably aren't getting any cheeks. It's probably girls that they want. Like, they're probably mad that they didn't sleep with you, or you didn't want to sleep with them, so they call you a slut because you slept with other guys but not them. But the idea of that this culture is so hypersexualized is kind of crazy, because like that shouldn't be what people are focused on. Like, we've all been through high school and even like stages of middle school where it's like the main topic is just sex. When are you losing your virginity? Did you lose your virginity? Oh, you haven't. You're lame for not losing your virginity. It's like, I know for me, my senior year, the first day I went and told my friends, I was like, bro, I'm not leaving high school as a virgin. Like, it's happening. And then ever since then, it's just sex after sex after sex after sex. And you get into that pattern, and it's cool, but at a certain point, you kind of feel like it's something that you need when it's really not. And one thing that I wrote in my journal, which kind of I feel like resulted from me cutting out porn, was that I then started looking for the nuts that I would have lost, not the nuts that I would have gotten from porn. I started looking for it in women, and not women that I really enjoyed being around. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy being around you if you're watching this, but just like rushed. Like, it was rushed, it was just, even though I might have went into it with intentions of just hanging out, not doing anything, but it was just that presence of mind. It was still there. Like, you're not getting a nut off from anything else. Like, this is the only time you can. This is the only time you can get it off is with this woman, even if you may not like her as much as you should, or you don't really like her in that way. Like, I think sex should be something that's really enjoyed between people, and it should be like something that's purposeful. Even if it's not sex, even if it's just like a blowjob or a hand job or something like that. Like, it should be something that's like important to people. I feel like sometimes it's not important to people. So that's my spiel about porn. But yeah, that's just been that's just been my life, really. That, the podcast, and just trying to better myself. Like, I hope that, I don't want this podcast just to be, I get on here with friends and we just bullshit around and talk about anything and everything under the sun without saying anything that actually matters. And I don't think there's any of my podcasts that have been topics that didn't really matter, because if I'm talking about it, it matters to me, and giving people it might not be people's cup of tea, like, people might not want to hear about a girl getting her ass ate and why she likes that, but it's there's a purpose behind it. It might not be an educational purpose, but there's entertainment value in it. And I hope that whenever you turn on this podcast, turn on this video, that you can get some entertainment out of it. You can get something out of it. Like, I love entertaining people. I love when people come up to me and say, I really fuck with that podcast. Like, I rock with that. Keep going. Or it's like, just things like that. Or like, not even telling me that I don't like hearing that, because it's like, okay, I could be famous off of this. It's like, I love making other people happy. Like, if I can brighten someone else's day, that means the world to me. Even though you shouldn't go trying to make people happy for your own source of happiness, but that is something that I love to do, is entertaining other people and seeing other people smile, because I love to smile and laugh. So if I love it, why not try to get you to smile and laugh too? But yeah, that's honestly the purpose behind this, is just to entertain you guys, man, and entertain myself. Like, I love coming here and sitting down in front of the camera, talking to D. Scott, Ken, Tati, and whoever else comes on. Like, there's people who might be listening to this, might not, but who I've told I'm going to get you on the podcast. And it's not like, and it's not, if I haven't gotten you on yet and I told you I would, it's not because I was just, it wasn't an empty promise, you know? It was, I got to figure out something. I want it to be important. I want it to mean something when you come on this podcast. I don't want it to just be something that I'm not prepared for, that I don't know where it's going. I want it to really make a mark to where when they leave, or when we finish the podcast, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that was a good time. Like, I had fun doing that, you know? Because that's what I come on here for. I come on, I have fun. I'm sitting here by myself. I'm still gonna get over here and be like, I had a good time. Like, you're gonna see me laughing throughout this. You're gonna hear me laugh, and it's a genuine laugh. Like, I actually have a good time with myself. And once you get to the point where you can have a good time with yourself, just enjoying your own company, you don't need to be around people to have a good time, that's when you'll start really noticing changes in your life. And then just enjoying yourself and being productive is what life is about. That's not all what life is about, you know? There's other things like sex, money, cars, strippers, sports, money. No, I'm joking. But yeah, just those are the two things that are essential to me, is just being productive, enjoying my time on my own with myself. Therefore, I can go out and enjoy time with other people. Because nothing's worse than when you're not really feeling good, but you're in a public setting, and you're just, like, your social media is just drained. Like, you don't really want to be there. People are asking what's wrong, and you're like, I'm fine, but you're really not. Like, that's no fun. So, and it's not fun to make other people laugh when you're making other people happy when you're not even happy. That's because then you just go home not being happy. So, yeah, if you can do anything for me today, just try to find something that makes you happy. And it's easier said than done, but everyone can do it. It's just whether you put the time in to find it, and whether you can't care what other people think when you're trying to make yourself happy. Because if you're thinking about what other people might think about what you're doing, then you're not really thinking about yourself. And that's what making yourself happy is all about. And I think I touched on that last episode when we talked about getting out of, like, your ruts and funks, like I was talking about before, is just something that makes you happy. It could be anything, you know. If you like drawing, draw. Like, it doesn't have to be anything for money or anything that someone else told you to draw. Just draw what you want, you know, do what you want. But yeah, I'm gonna sip a little bit of this tea. No, this is really good. I need to make tea more. I've never drank coffee either. No, that's a lie. I've had it a couple times, but my mom was never big on us drinking coffee, so I just never got into it. But they would allow me to have tea a lot of times, so I don't know. I feel like coffee's good, but I feel like people get addicted to coffee, like, really easy. And I have a really addictive personality. Like I used to play, like, I've been addicted to video games bad. But I think what guy isn't addicted to video games, you know? It's not really an addiction. It has been, where it's like come home. Oh my gosh. In high school and middle school, it was bad because I would come home, I'd forget, like, I'd be at school, not even thinking. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go home and play this video game. Like I playing franchise. I just got 2 dubs in a row. When I get back home, it's the playoff time. Like, that's what you're thinking about, and you don't even remember that you have homework. You just get home, eat, and go play video games. Like, this is bad out. But yeah. So coffee is something I never really wanted to get into because you gotta doctor it up a lot too. Like, coffee straight, like black coffee, does not. It smells good, but I don't think it does not look like something that I think I've tried it, but it doesn't really taste good. Another thing, liquor, like alcohol. I'm really happy that I didn't start drinking until like my junior year, just because I have a level of maturity now where it's like I know when to stop. Like, I've been sober for so long, I know when to stop. I can easily reject alcohol, reject drinking, like, and there's no problem. Like, I know I can still have a fun time completely sober, but there is that added amount of fun when you are a little drunk, you know. Drink responsibly. I only started drinking when I was 21. My first time drinking was October 14th, 2020. That and weed. I don't smoke weed because I'm not good at it. Yeah, I'm not good at it. I pull it, I die, like I cough everywhere, and then my friends are still like, or if I did, like, my friends are assholes. So if I pull it right, they'll still be like, nah, bro, you didn't inhale it right. Like, you gotta do this, and then I'll do it again, do it even harder because I was like, I gotta do it harder because they didn't like how I did it last time. And then I cough and die, and I'm like, oh, you pulled that bitch strong as hell. And I'm like, bro, because why? Like, why? You told me to. They're like, no, you're good, you're good. So I'll take two hits, and I'll be gone. Like, it's... But I don't smoke often. I rarely do. But I don't know. Like, I have no problems with people who smoke. My friends, my best friends really smoke. Not really smoke, but my best friends smoke, and I have no problems with it. It should be legal, probably. I don't know. Weed is expensive, though. It's probably why I don't smoke, honestly. It's too expensive. I don't just have loose tens running around my wallet. That's why Cash App is a great invention, but... yeah. I don't know how I got to weed, like, for real. I have no clue how I got to weed. But another thing that I've been spending a lot of time doing, not a lot of time, but one of my favorite things to do, I've been rewatching Attack on Titan. I think I'm on season 2. When I was watching it the other day, they just figured out that Bertolt and Reiner are Titans, or the Colossal Titan and Armored Titan. They figured that out. That is a weird show. Like, it's a weird show, but I love it. And it's the worst show to watch with someone when they have no idea what's going on, because the amount of crazy looks that you're gonna get if you start Attack on Titan in you don't even have to start it in season 2. If you start in the middle of season 1 and you watch it with someone who has never seen it, they're gonna be so confused and like, why are you watching this? It's crazy. But I really do like anime. Like, I don't watch a lot of it, but the ones that I've watched, I like. I just don't watch a lot of TV. So I feel like if I tried to get into like the animes that are really long, I just wouldn't be able to finish it, because I'll watch a show for a few days, maybe a week, and then I'll take a break from it, and who knows when I get back to it, because I just don't watch a lot of TV. But other than Attack on Titan, watched One Punch Man. I've watched some Naruto. One Punch Man was really funny. I liked that one. That was a good one. I watched it dubbed, though, and I don't really want to go back. Like, it's crazy. Like, once I start watching something a certain way, it's hard for me to watch it a different way. Like, I feel like if I watched I finished season 1 of One Punch Man on the dub version, and season 2 on Hulu only has the sub version, and I feel like it's gonna be tough for me to start watching it because I'm so used to I'm so used to the other version. What's up, Kenneth? How's it going, man? Government.
That's what we doing?
Uh-huh.
What's good, my guy?
Nothing much. Talking about anime.
Not my cup of tea.
Not your cup of tea? Are you saying that because I'm drinking tea right now, or do you just use that metaphor?
Because you was drinking tea, so you know, like, it only makes sense.
But yeah, One Punch Man is funny. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. But like, I watched Money Heist in Spanish. How many parts? I think it's 4 parts of Money Heist. I watched all 4 parts of Money Heist in Spanish with English subtitles, and I couldn't watch it in English because it just didn't feel the same. So that's another weird thing about me. I can't start something one way and try to change it up in the middle of it. That's just not how I can really. I don't know. Maybe I should. Tonight I'm gonna watch One Punch Man sub because it was a really good show. I might have to watch the end of season 1 just so I know what happened at the end. But yeah, if there's any other animes that you like, that you think I would like, please send them to me. I love to watch them. I think Hunter x Hunter was one that someone suggested, that a lot of people suggested, honestly. I think it's in my list on Netflix right now. So I might start watching that soon. What else do I watch? I watch Rick and Morty all the time. Rick and Morty is one of the greatest shows of all time. I don't care what you have to say. Argue with your mother. But yeah, season 4 just came off. Not just. Season 4 went off a while ago. But yeah, I love Rick and Morty. What other? I can never think of like TV shows that I watch. I really just watch YouTube, and even like I feel like even the YouTube videos that I watch, people will be like, "Oh, that's lame. Why do you still watch that?" But I don't know. When it comes to entertainment, I'm pretty weird. I watch podcasts, but there's only a few. I don't watch podcasts. I listen to them. There's only a few that I watch consistently still, and that's crazy because a lot of the ones that I don't listen, I said watch again, that I listen to consistently. And it's wild because like the ones that I listened to a while ago, like when I first started getting into podcasts, I haven't listened to in like years. But there is one that I've stayed with. Like I think I got into podcasts off of it. It's called The Big Three Roll Up. If you can't see, I'm a Florida fan. So over here, I'm a Florida fan. So that's pretty much the Big Three. It's 3 guys from Florida, Florida State fan, Miami fan, Florida fan. Watch that. I've been listening to that since high school. I think my senior year of high school when I first started listening to it. So, yeah, that's good. What else? Podcast to listen to. This Is Not a Cult. That's a good one. They got guy Don, Young Don the Sauce God from This Is Not a Cult, and he's just a famous YouTuber in general. Makes music. I like his music. He kind of got me on the no porn wave. I felt like he was talking to me in my soul about eliminating porn from your life. I haven't listened to this one in a while, but it's always a good listen whenever I go back to it. But it's called the Niggas with Opinions podcast. They are hilarious. Like I forgot to do the DM section. Like I forgot to ask y'all to send me some. By the way, if you need to expose any men in your DMs for saying some outlandish things, calling you bitch, whore, all that, just because you didn't want to reply, send them to my DMs at Malik Devis on Instagram, at _LifeAleak on Twitter. Get at me. And if you are watching this on YouTube, this is a good time. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. All right, Kenneth. How's it going? Why?
Because you don't call me that on a daily basis.
It's like I'd say it's bi-weekly. I call you Kenneth every other week.
It's not. Call me Chief.
I'm not calling you Chief.
Why not?
I'm not. I wasn't introduced to you as Chief.
No.
Nah, I was introduced to you as Kenny, so I call you Kenny.
Hey, call me Kenny. Then.
I do.
And let's keep it that way. We don't gotta be.
You call me Malik. You call me Leak. You call me by my government. You call me by my government.
Because everybody calls you by your government.
Okay. All right, man. I forget what I was talking about, but I want to get into this tweet I saw. I think it was an article on Baller Alert, and it was 4 types of men to avoid. So I'm gonna go through that. I'm gonna read the 4 types that they say you should avoid, and I'm gonna get into it and see if I can relate to any of them. Because obviously I'm not gonna be avoiding men because I'm attracted to women. Oh, here it is, already up. All right, let's see. I'm gonna read this with you guys. All right, so if you want to read it yourself, I'll retweet it on my Twitter at Life of Leak. And yeah, go ahead and you can get a full. Even I'm probably gonna read it all the way through, just to make this episode a little longer, and because I didn't already read it all the way through. But here we go. Ballerific relationships. 4 types of men to avoid. Ooh. You wanna do this part with me, Kenny?
What part?
It's on Baller Alert. It's the 4 types of men to avoid. It's talking about types of men that women should avoid.
Yeah.
You want to do it with me?
I mean, I'm about to run real quick.
Where are you about to go?
About to go bowling.
Where?
About to go bowling.
Y'all about to go bowling?
Yeah.
And didn't ask? Doesn't it close at 9?
I mean, this was like on some last second shit.
All right.
It was your homegirl that Tati was the one that told me about it. Or told
Oh, I was like, who's my homegirl? Like, I was a little worried when you said that. But all right, man. Y'all be safe.
Yes, sir.
They better be happy I'm not going. I would have whooped all their asses. Pure 190 minimum. You know how I get. But nah, let's get into it. So, life is too short to sacrifice your time, energy, optimism, and emotional stability dealing with the wrong types of men. With that said, 4 types of men in particular need to be avoided if you hope to get the most out of your love life. Time is too precious for the bullshit. The first man is the lingerer. All right. The lingerer is usually an ex who won't give you enough space to move on. They could also be someone who doesn't want anything serious or has told you they don't want a relationship. Even so, they won't get out of your damn life. The lines have been clearly drawn. They won't commit. You're attempting to move on, but they insist on contacting you and trying to see you. They hover in place to keep you available to them. What they're offering is an empty, dead-end situationship. Hey, D. Scott, you remember when you were talking about situationships? They're talking about you, buddy. What they're offering is an empty, dead-end situationship, a road that goes nowhere and does nothing for you. They cite your history together, some feels, or even love as the reason they can't stay away. The most dangerous part about the lingerer is that because of the history, you still feel like you're involved. That distracts you from finding healthy loves elsewhere or making progress with other men. Cut them off completely, remove them. Anything lost can be found again except for time wasted, and they waste time. Now, I don't know if I've been the 100% the lingerer. All right. Maybe like 37% the lingerer, because I've done that. I didn't. Make them feel like you're still involved. History together. I don't cite history together. I don't. They're like, oh, but you remember the past. That's not that. I wouldn't do that one. Some feels. Okay. I might have said I still really fuck with you. I don't fuck with any girl like I fuck with you. You know, get that bar off. See if you can get some. I don't know. I feel like if you're the lingerer, just to stay as, just to keep a situationship, like, come on, grow up. But if you're just like, if she already told you no, I don't want what you want, all right, move on. But if you're gonna keep staying around, like, that's weak. Like, no one wants someone who needs them, you know. And being the lingerer, you look like you need them. You look like you can't find women anywhere else. So don't be the lingerer, all right? If someone doesn't want you, move on. And if you've made your point clear, your stance clear, do not accept the lingerer, you know? Like they said, send them to the block party quick, all right? There's enough room. They can go to the block party. They'll enjoy it. They can't come back, you know? They go to the block party. Only you can invite them back from the block party, you know? All right, next, the puppet master. The puppet master pulls your strings emotionally, but never figures out what he wants. Ties you up so that you feel too close to want anyone else. They are like the lingerer, but you've never crossed the point of realizing a relationship with them. They make you feel like love, commitment, and devotion are just around the corner. The problem is they are conflicted. They can't decide what they want, or they need time. They say they want to take it slow. They've been hurt before, but now they're hurting you. Like, they like to take their time with titles, but they rarely take their time with sex. Or tying you up in unofficial bounds that feel like full-blown relationships. They use your need and longing for the next step against you, squeezing you of everything you have to give a relationship without ever giving you one. It's not titles they hate, it's the relationship and expectation of loyalty. Cut them off completely, remove them. Now, in my days, you know, let me go ahead and do this for you. In my days, I have been both the puppet and the puppet master, as I feel like we all have, you know. And whether it's not good, you know, it's not good to play with someone's feelings, but it's not good to intentionally play with someone's feelings. Don't do that on purpose. That's not cool. But sometimes you don't know you're doing it, you know. I kind of sound like an asshole. I'm going to just move on to the next one. Because I know all the girls are like, you definitely know when you're doing it. You're being an asshole. Don't be an asshole. I agree. Don't be an asshole. But if you don't know you're being an asshole, that's not an excuse for being an asshole. But it's kind of like when someone tells you you're being an asshole and cites reasons why you're being an asshole, you can't continue to be an asshole using ignorance as your excuse to be an asshole. All right, you got to stop being an asshole at that point. Asshole. All right, number 3, the long-term flirt. There's a lot of long-term flirts listening to this. All right, I know you've done it. I know you're the type. I'm not even going to read this one right now. I'm going to put my phone down. You're the type that you never really come around. You're always there sliding in DMs, telling me I look nice. But when I try to see what you're on, you never put action behind the words, you know. You always say something, but you're never really trying to put action behind it. All right? Pick your nuts up and do some shit. All right? All right, let me get into the definition. The long-term flirt. They often seem harmless, but that's why they can be so harmful. Might be an old coworker or acquaintance that you never really dated, but bantered with or flirted with. It never really turned into anything, but every once in a while they poke at you. Slick comments and flirty stares, sexual innuendos. They've never really even attempted to start something with you, but now they are putting the pressure on. Telling you they're attracted, flirting more intensely, texting late, trying to build tension. Even so, they still aren't trying to get to know you. The majority of your correspondence is flirty, no depth, no substance, no effort, and no real time invested. They're single, you're single, and they aren't moving forward. They're hoping to have sex one day. They want nothing more. If you want to be just another notch on their bedpost, keep flirting. If you want more, they don't have it to give. Cut them off completely, remove them. All right, that got a little deeper than what I said. I kind of just said just on in the DMs, just flirting, but nothing really comes of it. That seems like, no, that was pretty on point. They aren't really putting anything behind it. They kind of keep throwing the little things out, but they never actually put it in the action. This is big teenage behavior, not like 17, 18, 19. This is, yeah, because I was a freshman in college at 17. This is young boy behavior. All right, if a guy's doing this, just flirting with you, not actually talking to you, you got to know what you want. If you're cool, if you just want some meat, hey, go ahead. But just know, if a guy's not like really about to put some pressure on and keep that consistent pressure, and you're like giving that go, like, all right, keep going, and they don't do it, it's just like they said, that's a waste of time. I might have to see if they have 4 types of girls to avoid, and I might need someone on for that. Or I might just come up with my own 4 types. I might need, this might be a time to call for D. Scott on the 4 types of girls to avoid. Because I know he has some. I know his first one is going to be like, avoid the girl in her drug dealer and her hood nigga phase. That's going to be his first one. That's too long to make, that's too long. I guess you could just say hood nigga phase, but you can't really put that on an article, But hey. Anyways, he's not here, but I know he'll be watching, so I can say that. All right, number 4 is the whack-a-mole, always popping up out of nowhere and disappearing again. Nomadic lovers, Rolling Stones. You've never really gotten too deep with them emotionally, but you wouldn't mind it. Or you have fallen in love with them, but have already accepted that they are only going to be here in your life for a short while. Intense days or weeks followed by nothingness and silence. He pops back up after months and sometimes years, acting as if no time has passed at all, like everything is all right. He hurts your feelings or breaks your heart over and over again. Stop standing in place where a man left you. When he comes back next time, be nowhere to be found. Cut them off completely, remove them. I agree with that. If someone's just coming in for one thing, especially if someone's breaking your heart and then dipping, that's tough. Years, I understand a couple of weeks, but years, if someone breaks their heart, comes back after a year or so, some shit went down. Or they're like, I need something. She got it. I need a little love and affection. She got it. She'll be there. Don't be someone's punching bag. Don't move on. There's someone who will be willing to give everything that he was giving and not just leave. Unless you like that. Unless you're into that kind of thing. Getting your heart broken and they bounce. Hey, if you are, do you. But yeah, that's about it. I'll read the final little posts. All 4 of these types of men leave you to be loved by others because they don't care. You must remember that men are territorial. They don't prefer to share women they want with others. They don't prefer to share women that they want with others. They definitely don't want the woman they love to love another man and be made love to by another man or to need another man. Men who want you don't leave room for others. If you have guys like this taking up space and shaving time from your life, remove them. They do far too much damage to your mental health and your self-esteem. I actually agree with that. I agree with that. Good job, Baller Alert. That was good. But I need you to delete it because you're giving up too many secrets. They don't need to know that. They don't need to know about the whack-a-mole. When I come back after 2 months of loneliness, 3 months of loneliness, or maybe not so much loneliness to you, you're supposed to be there. You said you'd always be there for me. I didn't say I'd always be there for you, but you said you'd always be there for me. So I expect that. Nah, y'all know I'm joking. Y'all know I'm kidding. those are all jokes. I think that was a cool topic though, or not topic, article. Yeah, men are assholes, but women are assholes, and relationships are no fun unless you get a good one. Not even relationships, just like talking to someone's no fun. Like, it's a lot of stress because, like, for me, sometimes I say I don't want to be talking to a girl like every day. You know, like if I really like if I really like you, I want to talk to you like a lot. like not like overbearing a lot, but I don't like going like a text and then hours and then another text. Cause then, and I see, especially if I see you posting on other things, then I'm like, damn, all right. Especially because if I really like you, I'm gonna try to give you a second chance. That's where I need to grow. I can't be giving out second chances, you know. So yeah. Relationships are hard. Talking stages are hard. But I will say this: if you want something, go for it. Don't be afraid of rejection. I'm talking to myself at the same time. Like, don't be afraid of rejection. If you want something, go for it. Not saying go for it consensually, you know? Don't get in trouble for it. But, like, if it's a girl you've been seeing in on the Zoom meetings, you know, the girls you've been seeing walking around campus, say something, man. Because no girl is gonna... If you say hi to a girl... Actually, erase that. Some girls might flat out reject you. But you know what? That made you stronger because you realized I tried this big game. She said, nah. He said, can I have your number? She said, no. You walked away. You didn't die. You didn't go down. You didn't poof. You didn't melt. You're good. You know? Same thing for girls. If you see a guy, you fuck with him, you think he's cute, shoot your shot. Like, I promise you, I need to stop making promises. But he's not going to dub you. He'll keep it going because most likely he doesn't get that type of... girls don't shoot their shots often, so it's always something nice. Now, will he text you afterwards? Will she text you afterwards? I can't say that. But if you get rejected, you're not going to die. You know, just keep shooting shots. You can't miss all of them. One of them's going to fall. Now, will that mean you'll fall in love with them? No. You might talk to them for 2 days and be like, damn, they're boring. But at least you know, at least you know you got that sauce, you know? You got that A1. It's there. You got it in you. The fadeaway is there like KD. You know, you got it. You got the Kobe fadeaway in you. You just got to fine tune it and keep repetition is practice. You feel me? Just like DMs, you gotta learn. It's a method to the madness in the DMs. It's a method to the madness in person. You know. So go out there, shoot those shots. Matter of fact, I want you, if you're listening to this, I want you to go out and talk to someone you've never talked to before. I'm not saying you gotta try to shoot your shot with them. I just want you to go up to them, talk to them, like, hey, my name's Malik. I saw you from over there. I just wanted to say I hope your day is going well. I'm like, oh, thanks. You too. And maybe you could get a conversation out of that if you really want to, or you could just keep it pushing. But I don't want you to talk to someone you haven't talked to. You know, and if you do, tell me how it goes. Tell me how it goes. But I saw this on Instagram. I think it was on Complex News. The guy in Michigan won $2 million accidentally. Now, it was a lottery ticket, so he's not going to get $2 million just dropped off on his doorstep, like, here, you won. But I don't play the lottery, but he accidentally bought a lottery ticket and won. Like, I think he accidentally bought an extra lottery ticket and won, but that's still $2 million? Like, if I won the lottery for $2 million, what would I do with it? I wouldn't buy a car. I have a car. I wouldn't. I want to say I wouldn't buy a house. I might buy a house. I don't know where I would buy it though. Maybe I like buy a house. Ooh, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'd buy a house in a nice spot and just rent, like either rent it out or Airbnb it, you know, just to have another. Ooh, or I could buy a few houses with the 2 milli and Airbnb those out. You feel me? Just so I have a stream of income coming in, because I didn't, you know, it wasn't my money. I didn't work for the money. I got lucky. So you might as well just put it into something. Hope you get lucky. Or stocks. You could invest. Ooh. I'm about to kill y'all with this one. All right, y'all ready? $2 million. $2 million. You buy 15,000 Instagram followers, right? And you start Forex. And you start a cult Forex group, all right? You don't got to spend your whole 2 million on it, but that's the bread that you flex. You get somebody who actually does Forex, who actually knows about it, and you get them on your team, you know? But those Instagram posts, you're flexing that $2 million. All right, you saying, bro, all this. I used to be broke like you know, working a dead end job. I hated waking up going to work. But now I'm my own boss. I work my own hours. I wake up when I want to. But I know I'm getting this money. I make 7 figures. I make 5 figures a day. Like, you're broke. You're broke. You have no money. You work at Wendy's, my guy. Come work with me. I got you. But how do you do it? What are you doing? I got you. You're broke. You come to my classes and you pay to come to my classes, and then maybe later I'll teach you how to do it. But you're going to get other people to join my classes. You know? So that's how you're broke, I'm rich. Don't talk to me. Don't chat to me, my guy. You're broke. You work a job. I don't. 9 to 5? What is that? You see this? For real. I'm not going to say that. This MacBook, my guy. This MacBook here. Steve Jobs himself made this one, bro. From the grave, he made it. This isn't just things that you buy in the store. No, he made this one for me. All through Forex. Bro, this camera I'm recording with, bro, you don't even want to know how much it costs. You don't even want to know, because you can't, your vision is too small to even fathom the amount that this camera costs. This camera costs more than your bi-weekly check, my guy. This camera it costs more than what you made the last 2 months. And I can get you that if you if you come run with my Forex. Nah, no bullshit. I know nothing about Forex. But I know nothing about it. Those were all jokes. Don't get mad at me if you watch this and you do Forex. I'm sure you're doing great. Keep doing it. Keep chasing that financial freedom. I salute you. Nah, other than that, y'all want an update on my fantasy team? I'm gonna give y'all an update. Y'all are gonna get an update. And what an update it is. Because right now, 3-4. I'm 3-4. I said that earlier. I thought last week was my week, bro. Michael Thomas is gonna come back. I got Jerick McKinnon off the waivers. Ronald Jones has been eating. James Conner has been eating, bro. Given Justin Jefferson, Myles Gaskin were on buys, which would have helped me a lot, because I would have played Justin Jefferson. Every time he goes off, he's on my bench, so he's not coming out the starting lineup anymore. But yeah, about that, Russell Wilson went off. James Conner had an okay game. Ronald Jones gave me 10 points. He scored a touchdown. Kenny Galladay did good, as usual. DJ Chark had 1 catch. Hunter Henry had 3 catches for 23 yards. Jerick McKinnon had -1 yard. -1. The whole game. A whole hour-long game of football. He had 1 yard. Just 1. And I lost 201-98. Tyler Lockett had 53 points. 53 fantasy points. Tyler Lockett, DeAndre Hopkins, and Todd Gurley alone could have outscored my team, bro. Alone, 3 players beat me. And then I still lost by 100. Without them, he still would have won. His tight end was lowest at 4.2, but the next lowest was 15 from his kicker. His kicker gave him 15. There was nothing I could do. And then my Gators haven't been playing for 2 weeks. The Rona shit hit them hard. I just got a notification that said they got 6 more positives. Oh, I hope it was everyone else was negative, and it's only those 6 positives because I miss it. Like it's not hard for me to watch other teams play, but it's hard for me to be invested in other games. You know, I pick up my phone a lot when I watch them. I spit everywhere. That was disgusting. But when I watch other teams play, I pick up my phone. I go do other things. So I could really use some Gator football in my life. Like right here. I haven't watched one inning of the World Series. Tottenham won though. That was fun. No, it wasn't fun. That was not a fun game. Well, it's not fun when you have to hop through streaming sites the whole time and click and close ads and everything, and then ads open up and you gotta close them down. That's no fun. That's not how you're supposed to watch soccer, you know. What else happened in the world of sports for Malik? Ah, man. I have no clue what else happened in my life. I literally just spilled my soul to you, like over this past hour. It's an hour. I've been sitting here talking to myself and kind of Kenny for an hour, and I'm proud of that. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, my guy Roger. All right, this is for you, Roger. I'm gonna talk about this and then I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want to take up any more of you guys' time. Just me. Roger said, "Do I think girls should be out here securing PS5s? If they're securing them for me, because I still haven't got one. I still haven't purchased mine. I didn't miss the pre-sale? What do they call it? Pre-order. I didn't miss the pre-orders. I didn't have money for the pre-orders, you feel me? So, catch me on the PS5 around January time. I'm going to try to work and cop it for myself. I'm going to quickly see if there's anything else that people wanted me to talk about from the last episode. I'll just kind of hit on it now. Oh, Miles wanted me to talk about sneaker resale culture. I might talk about that in another episode because I know some people who know a lot more about it than I do, but who are a lot more in tune with it. But it's a lot of the world that we live in America. It's a lot of capitalism. That's kind of just the basis of it. But buying everything so you can sell it for a lot more than it was originally worth. So people who actually wanted them can't get them. And you sell them for unreasonable prices and you're just like, fuck you, I have it, you don't. It's kind of toxic. And then they gas up and people will buy things based on how much they paid for them and see value in the money, and they see value in the flex of how much money they paid for them instead of value in them actually liking the shoe. Like for me, every shoe I wear I actually like. It's not that I don't have a lot of shoes. I think I probably have 10 pair. I think I only wear like my checkered Vans, Yeezys, ones. Yeah, I probably wear 3 pairs like on the regular. I have more shoes back home, but I just don't wear them. I bought a few shoes from resale. I bought my ones off of StockX. I bought my Yeezys from my friend who sold them to me. I brought my foams off out of this store. What else? I think other than that, all my shoes have been like off of the website or like out of a store. So I really don't know much about sneaker resale culture. I do. But if you need sneakers, if you do need sneakers off resale, hit up my boy. If you're in Columbus, actually, if you're anywhere, hit up my boy Q, Level Up Columbus. I'm gonna put his at like right here. Where should I put it? Should I put it here or should I put it? I'm gonna put it here. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it over here. Put it over here. But yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put it's Level Up Columbus. That's what they're called. They'll ship shoes to you. This is not paid ad or anything. It's just off the strength, off the love. Yeah, they'll ship shoes to you. I think they're pretty reasonable prices. They always have a good amount of sizes available. So yeah, if you hear about them through this and you go cop some, tell them Leak sent you. Yeah, if you're listening to this on podcast, I'll put it in the description. I'll put their Instagram ad in the description. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I kind of want to run by the bowling alley since that's where they're at. Since I wasn't given the information about we're going bowling, so I'm gonna put some socks on, put some pants on, and go there. Now I just gotta think of a song. I know there's been some new music, but ooh, this is a good one. All right, we're going "Me and My Guitar" by A Boogie with the Hoodie. I will see y'all next Thursday. Videos coming out on Saturday. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening to this podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere, if you're already watching this on YouTube and you want to listen to it on podcast, the link to my Anchor account will be in the description. Go there. It'll take you to any podcast platform that you need. If you're listening to this on podcast and you want to watch it, you want the visual with it, it's Life of Leak, the podcast on YouTube. Just search it up. I'll come up. So, yeah, I'm going to leave y'all with Me and My Guitar. Get at me on Instagram, Twitter. Tell me how your day was. Send me the DMs. But, yeah, until then, peace. I love y'all. I'm out.
Got your bitch on the ropes, what you know about it?
Do sage of the boat, what you know about it?
Flew me out to the coast, what you know about it?
Broken heart, face tap, what you know about it? 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 What you know about it?
What you know about king shit, throne coming. Hit me for the night, if she right, then she on.